CIET NCERT presents audiobook Poorvi, textbook of English for grade 7.
Page number 59, Unit-2, A Funny Man. Let us do these activities before we read. Look around you for things or people that make you laugh. Write them in the bubbles given below. Share the reasons for your answers with your classmates and the teacher. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture given of a juggler who's playing with a number of balls, and a lot of girls, children and women are enjoying the show and clapping, praising him. Now, in the bubbles, you need to provide the information regarding the people or things that make you laugh. In the middle of these bubbles, there is a heading provided, Things I Find Funny. Page number 60. Let us read. On the left-hand side of this page, there is a picture of a crazy man. One day, a funny kind of man came walking down the street. He wore a shoe upon his head and hats upon his feet. He raised the shoe and smiled at me. His manners were polite, but never had I seen before such a funny-sounding sight. He said, "Allow me to present your highness with a rose." And taking out a currant bun, he held it to my nose. I staggered back against the wall, and then I answered, "Well, I never saw a rose with such a funny-looking smell." He then began to sing a song and sat down on the ground. You never heard in all your life such a funny-feeling sound? "My friend, why do you wear two hats upon your feet?" I said. He turned the other way about and hopped home on his head. This poem is written by Natalie Joan. Page number 61. Let us discuss. Exercise 1. Work in pairs. Identify the true statements. Check your answers with the teacher. Statement 1. The poet says that she had never heard such an amusing song. Statement 2. The funny man was quite ill-mannered. Statement 3. The funny man wore two hats on his feet. Statement 4. The funny man hopped on his head to reach home. Statement 5. The funny man gave a rose to the poet. The sixth and the last statement is, the funny man smiled at the poet. Exercise 2. Identify the words from the poem based on the meanings given. Share your answers with your classmates and the teacher. Now, the meaning of the first word is a small seedless raisin. Now, some of the letters of the word that you have to identify are provided here. I'll read them out with the blank, those letters that you need to fill. C dash R dash 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 T. The second word is, which means moved unsteadily. Now the letters provided for the second word are S dash dash G G dash 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 D. Now find out the words. Exercise 3. Complete the following sentences with the reason. Question 1. The tone of the poem is dash because dash. Question 2. The rhyme scheme of the poem is dash and it gives a dash quality to the poem. Question 3. The poet has frequently repeated the word funny in order to dash. Exercise 4. Choose the correct answer from the options given in the brackets. Question 1. The poem uses vivid imagery to create a dash scene. The words provided in the brackets are humorous and nonsensical or confusing but thought-provoking. Question 2. The structure of the poem is in dash form. The words provided in the bracket are monologue or dialogue. Question 3. The phrases sounding sight and hopped home are examples of dash. The words provided in the brackets are alliteration or simile. Exercise 5. Rewrite the following line from the poem in the correct order. Question 1. But never had I seen before such a funny-sounding sight. Sometimes the poets change the word order, which is called inversion, in a line in order to maintain a rhythm. Page number 62. Question 2. Why has the poet used phrases like funny-sounding sight and funny-feeling sound with reference to the funny man? Exercise 6. Can you think of any real-world situations where people do similar things for fun, entertainment, or performance? Share with your classmates and the teacher. Let us think and reflect. Exercise 1. Read the extracts given below and answer the questions that follow. Extract 1. He said, "Allow me to present your highness with a rose," and taking out a currant bun, he held it to my nose. I staggered back against the wall and then I answered, "Well?" Question 1. Why does the funny man address the poet as "Your Highness"? Question 2. Choose a phrase from the extract which indicates a polite request. Question 3. Choose the option which shows a currant bun. Now, 4 images are provided here. The first image looks as if it's a potato. The second image looks like a cake. The third image is of a donut. And the fourth image is like a bun. Question 4. Complete the sentence with an appropriate reason. When the poet says, "Well," it expresses surprise. This was so because fill in the blank. Extract 2. You never heard in all your life such a funny feeling sound. "My friend, why do you wear 2 hats upon your feet?" I said. He turned the other way about and hopped home on his head. Page number 63. Question 1. Choose the line from the extract which tells us that the sound was unique. Question 2. Complete the sentence with an appropriate reason. The poet calls the funny man "my friend" because dash. Question 3. What does the reaction of the funny man to the poet's question tell us about him? Question 4. Choose the correct option to complete the sentence. The last line of the extract makes the readers feel dreamy, impatient, worried, or cheerful. Exercise 2. Answer the following questions. Question 1. Which character trait of the funny man was most appealing to you? Why? Question 2. The funny man does unusual things in the poem. How does it affect the overall mood of the poem? Question 3. What alternative title would you suggest for the poem? Give reasons for your choice. Question 4. Why do you think the poet has included dialogues in the poem? Question 5. What does the poet wish to convey by highlighting the unusual behavior of the funny man? Let us learn. Read the following phrases from the poem. Walking down, taking out, sat down. These are phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are combinations of a verb with a preposition or adverb that together function as a single unit. They often have meanings that are different from the individual words used alone. The same verb followed by different prepositions or adverbs conveys different meanings. Page number 64. Exercise 1. Match the phrasal verbs in column 1 with their correct meaning in column 2. Now, the phrasal verbs provided in column 1 are 1. Take up, 2. Take after, 3. Take in, 4. Take over, 5. Take off. Now the meanings provided in column 2 are 1. To understand or comprehend something. 2. To assume control or responsibility for something. 3. To begin to study, practice or do something. 4. To become successful or popular quickly. 5. To resemble or look similar to usually a family member. Now, you have to match the correct phrasal verb with the correct meaning. Now, fill in the blanks with suitable phrasal verbs from the table given in exercise 1. You may change the tense of the verb if required. Question 1. The new technology is set to dash traditional methods of communication. Question 2. I tried hard to dash what the writer wanted to say but was unsuccessful. Question 3. Arjun decided to dash painting as a hobby. Question 4. The smartphone quickly dash the sales in the market. Question 5. Sheila dash her father. They have the same smile. Exercise 2. Match the verbs in column 1 with any suitable adverbs or prepositions in column 2. Write their meanings in column 3. An example has been done for you. Now here, there are 3 columns, column 1, column 2 and column 3. I'll read out the words given in column 1. 1. Look. 2. Run. 3. Put. 4. Break. 5. Call. Now the words provided in column 2 are after, away, up, for, in, on, into, down, off, out. Now, the example given to you in column 3 is look after, take care of. Page number 65. Now, frame sentences of your own using any 5 phrasal verbs. Exercise 3. Read the following words from the poem. Walking, staggered, hopped. The given words denote the different ways of walking. Arrange the words given in the box in increasing order of space. The words given in the box are sprint, trot, jog. Now, you have to walk up the ladder of the words. The words given here are stagger, walk. Provide the next word. The next word is hop. After that, you have to provide the next word. After that, the word is run. And now, provide the last word. Let us listen. Exercise 1. You will listen to a girl narrate her personal incident. As you listen, select the picture related to the narration. Transcript for the teacher on page 88. At the bottom of this page, there are 4 pictures provided. In the first picture, a girl is sitting in the chair and is reading a book. In the second picture, the girl is meditating. In the third picture, the girl is sitting in the chair and is eating. In the fourth and the last picture, the girl is standing and a laptop is placed on a table in which she is working. Page number 66. Exercise 2. You will once again listen to the girl narrate her personal incident. As you listen, arrange the events in order of occurrence. 1. Ate lunch. 2. Took off shoes. 3. Put shoes in the room. 4. Laughed at the mistake. 5. Placed the plate in the room. 6. Prepared for the presentation. 7. Put the plate in the kitchen. Let us speak. Read the joke given below. A man is talking to God. The man says, God, how long is 1,000,000 years? God replies, for me, it's about a minute. The man asks, how much is 1,000,000 rupees? God smiles and replies, it's less than a rupee for me. The man quickly requests, God, may I have a rupee? God promptly says, wait a minute. Work in pairs and take turns to tell the joke. Remember, narrator's voice, your own voice, speak in a matter of fact manner. Man's voice, change to louder voice, speak with respect. God's voice, deep voice, speak in a pleasant tone. Now, work in pairs to create a joke and tell it in front of the class. On the right-hand side of this page, there is a picture of a man requesting the God. With folded hands, let us write. Exercise 1. A limerick is a nonsensical and funny verse consisting of 5 lines. Study the limerick given below and identify the rhyme scheme. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture of an old man and he has a long white beard. And many birds and animals have made a nest in his beard. There was an old man with a beard who said, "It is just as I feared. 2 owls and a hen, 4 larks and a wren have all built their nests in my beard." This limerick is written by Edward Lear. Page number 67. Now, read another limerick. There were 2 friends in Bengaluru's lanes. One loved books, the other flew planes. They would laugh and they would play in their own unique way, creating stories and flying in dreams' trains. Remember, all limericks have the same rhyme scheme: AA, BB, A. Exercise 2. Follow the structure given below and write a limerick on your own. Line 1. Introduction of a person or place. Lines 2 and 4. A silly story. Line 5. An unexpected ending. Now you can start your limerick by: there was a child from dash who dash she / he dash. Let us explore. Exercise 1. In ancient Indian literature and mythology, there are several humorous or funny characters who play important roles in the stories. These characters often represent wit, humor, and mischief, while conveying deeper moral lessons. Here are a few well-known funny characters: Tenali Rama, Birbal, Mulla Nasruddin, King Vikramaditya, and Betal. Take any story to read and share it with your classmates and the teacher. Exercise 2. We can identify the acts of the funny man with certain modern-day activities that have playfulness or unconventional behavior. For example, street performers or clowns. Like the funny man in the poem, modern-day street performers or clowns often dress in unusual ways and do unexpected acts to entertain people. Page number 68. Performance art or abstract theatre. The funny man's actions, such as singing a song and hopping on his head, resemble performance art or abstract theatre, where artists break conventional rules to create thought-provoking, often humorous experiences. Children's entertainment and comedy shows. The funny man's behavior is reflected in children's shows to evoke laughter. In these examples, the common theme is humor, imagination, and defying logic or expectation, which is exactly what the funny man in the poem represents. Exercise 3. Sukumar Ray, an Indian poet and illustrator, wrote poems in a similar style in his book Abol Tabol. You may also share a similar poem from your native language with your classmates and the teacher. At the bottom of this page, a poster of the book Abol Tabol is given, wherein a person is staggering, another person is walking, and there is a person who's hopping on the ladder, and another person is running. It's a very, very funny poster. Page number 69. Exercise 4. Read and enjoy the poem. The title of the poem is My Lost Pencil. Oh pencil, dear pencil, where have you gone? I just had you here a minute at dawn. You were sharp and perfect, ready to write. Now you're missing, gone from sight. Did you roll off my desk? Did you fall to the floor? Did someone swipe you for sure? It's always the same. I have lost 50 this year. By the end of the month, they just disappear. Next time, I'll tie you with a tape or a string, because losing my pencils is a real thing. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture where a chair is there, a table is there, and the pencil itself is writing in the notebook, and some of the pencils are fallen on the floor. Page number 70. Say the right thing. Let us do these activities before we read. Exercise 1. Work in pairs and discuss. There is a picture in the middle of the page of a family that includes a father, a mother, a girl, and a boy. Atithi Devo Bhava. What does Atithi Devo Bhava mean? Why is it important to be polite to guests? Exercise 2. Choose the statements that display polite behavior when you have guests at home. Statement 1. Offer the guests a glass of water. Statement 2. Enquire about the well-being of the guests. Statement 3. Ask the guests when they would leave. Statement 4. Comment critically about the habits of guests. Statement 5. Accompany the guests to the door when they leave. Exercise 3. Sometimes you find that a few friends in class are rude while disagreeing with each other on certain issues. Work in groups. How would you deal with such a situation? Share at least 3 ways in which you can do this. Page number 71. Let us read. This is a humorous play in which a mother advises her daughter to say the right thing at the right time. However, when guests arrive, the daughter hilariously forgets her mother's guidance. The word hilariously means in a very funny way. Read the play to find out how she commits blunders and embarrasses the guests as well as her mother. Blunders means careless mistakes. Embarrasses means makes the guests uncomfortable. The characters in the play are Mary Shaw, a young girl; Mrs. Shaw, Mary's mother; Mrs. Harding, the wife of Mr. Harding, a wealthy man; Mrs. Lee, Mr. Harding's married sister. In the middle of the page, there is a picture of the house of Mrs. Shaw, wherein Mrs. Shaw is instructing her daughter, Mary Shaw, to be respectful towards the guests. Scene 1. Mrs. Shaw. The room looks cleaner now. Put that coat away in your bedroom. This room isn't the place for coats. Page 72. Mrs. Harding and Mrs. Lee will soon be here, and they don't want to see that. Mary. You're always telling me to put things away. Mrs. Shaw. Yes, I am. You leave your clothes all over the house. Mary. I'm not a child. Mrs. Shaw. No, you're not. So please keep your clothes in your own room. Mary. Why are those 2 women coming here? Who's Mrs. Harding? Mary. Mrs. Shaw. She's the wife of a wealthy man, Mr. Harding. He has just bought a big house in Lanfield. They lived in London before. She's coming to have a talk. I met her in a shop and asked her to come. Mary. Oh, I have seen her children. They often come along the road. Who's Mrs. Lee? Mrs. Shaw. She's Mr. Harding's sister. She has been staying with them for a while. Mary. What are you going to talk about? Mrs. Shaw. I don't know. All kinds of things. One day you'll have to go to some of these houses yourself and talk to people there. Mary. I can talk now. I've been able to talk for a long time. Mrs. Shaw. Yes, that's true. You always talk too much. But does anyone want to hear the things that you say? Mary. I can talk very well when I like. I'll stay with you today and talk to them when they come. Mrs. Shaw. Oh, I don't think so. You can go out for a walk. It'll be better if you do that. Mary. Why? Mrs. Shaw. If you stay with me, you may not say the right thing. Mary. I know the right things to say. Good afternoon. How are you? And things like that. Let me stay today. I can do it very well. I'll show you. Anyone can talk. Page 73. Mrs. Shaw. You may stay if you like, but take care. I want to know Mrs. Harding well. I want her to ask me to go to their house. There isn't much to do here in Lanfield. And I want to know some more people. I want some more friends here. So take care when you say anything. Mary. Tell me what to say. Mrs. Shaw. I can't tell you everything, but you'll always be right if you're kind to people. Say things that will please them. Then they'll like you. Laugh a lot. Try to make them laugh too. And if everyone stops talking, say something to them talk again. They don't want to sit here and look at the floor without speaking. Think of something to say. Mary. I can do that. There's always something to say. Must I do anything else? Mrs. Shaw. When they're ready to leave, don't jump out of your chair and look gladly at the door. You must look sorry when they want to leave. Mary. What shall I do when they want to go? Mrs. Shaw. Ask them to stay a little while longer. Just say, must you go? Can't you stay? Or something like that. You like them and you want them to stay. And you must let them understand that. Mary. That's not very hard, is it? I'll remember that. Must you go? Can't you stay? Must you go? Can't you stay? Mrs. Shaw. That's right. Now take your coat to your own room and change into a clean dress. You must look nice when they come. And if everyone stops talking, say something kind to make them talk again. And don't say anything that will make them angry. Mary. I will remember. I have often done harder things than this. Page number 74. Let us discuss. Exercise 1. Complete the table given below based on scene 1 of the play. An example has been done for you. Share your answers with your classmates and the teacher. Now, 3 columns are given here. In the first column, the heading is Speaker. The characters are Mrs. Shaw, Mary, Mrs. Shaw. In the second column, words of the speaker are given. The room looks cleaner now. Put that coat away in your bedroom. You're always telling me to put things away. I'm not a child. Reasons, which is the third column. The information is to instruct Mary to keep the room tidy. And at the bottom of this column, the details are to highlight the importance of being kind as a way to ensure Mary says the appropriate things when guests arrive. Now, you have to provide the missing information. Exercise 2. Do you think Mary will be able to follow her mother's advice successfully when Mrs. Harding and Mrs. Lee visit? Why? Why not? Scene 2. At the bottom of this page, the 3 women are there in the house of Mrs. Shaw. They all are talking with Mary. Page number 75. Mrs. Shaw. So you like Landfield, Mrs. Harding? I'm very glad. Mrs. Harding. Yes, we like it very much. It is not the same as London, but there are some very nice people here and we have found a good house. No one says anything more and Mrs. Shaw looks at Mary. Mary. What beautiful children you have, Mrs. Harding. I have often seen them walking along the road. Mrs. Harding. Oh, I haven't any children. Mary. Oh, yes, you have. I have seen them. A little boy and a little girl. Mrs. Harding, not very pleased. I have no children, believe me. Mary. Oh. Mrs. Shaw, quietly. They must be someone else's children. Have you met Mr. Best? He's a nice man. He lives near you. Mary. Oh, Mr. Best. He lives here and he works in London. He goes all the way to London by train every morning and then comes all the way back by train every night. He lives in trains. What kind of life is that? Why do people do things like that? They do not know how to live. And he reads 2 newspapers in the train every day. He never reads a book. But he's only a banker. And bankers can't think. Mrs. Lee. My brother's a banker? He goes to London by train every morning and comes back every night. He reads 2 newspapers in the train in the morning and another every night. Mary. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Mrs. Shaw. Bankers always have to read a lot of newspapers. Do you know Mrs. Best? She's a nice woman. I like her. Mary. But have you seen her clothes? She goes out in a blue dress with a red coat over it. She laughs. Page number 76. Mrs. Harding. I have a blue dress and I often put on my red coat at the same time. Mrs. Shaw, quickly. I like blue dresses and red coats. No one says anything. Mary. I saw Mrs. Cotter this afternoon. I met her in the street. No one sees her in the morning because she always stays in bed then. And she's always asking the doctor to go to see her. I can't understand women who stay in bed in the morning. And why must she always ask for the doctor? I've never been to a doctor in my life. Mrs. Harding. I stay in bed in the morning myself. Mrs. Lee. I often go to the doctor. Mary. Oh, I'm sorry. No one speaks. Mrs. Shaw. Do you know Mrs. Grantley? She's one of my best friends. Mary. But she's so talkative. Talkative women aren't very interesting, are they? Mrs. Lee. My mother's a very talkative woman. Mary. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. No one says anything. Mary, looking out of the window. Oh, there's that dog again. It always looks very dirty. I don't like dogs. Do you? Who wants a dog? That dog's always near our house. Why do people keep dogs? Who wants a dog? Why doesn't its owner keep it clean? Have you seen it? Mrs. Harding, looking out of the window. Yes, I have seen it. That's Tozer. It's our dog. On the left-hand side of this page, there is a picture where Mrs. Harding is looking out of the window and Mary is also looking out of the window. She's noticing the dog. Page number 77. Mary, with a red face. Oh, I didn't know. No one speaks. Mary, still looking out of the window. There's Mr. Pomeroy on his horse. He's always talking about horses. He rides a horse every day and practices shooting. Why must he do that? What have they done to Mr. Pomeroy? Why do some men like horses more than they like people? It's hard to understand men. Mrs. Lee. My brother practices shooting when he has the time, and he rides his horse when he can. He sold his house in London and bought a house here because he wanted to ride and practice shooting. Mrs. Harding, looking at Mrs. Lee. It's getting a bit late. We must go now, Mrs. Shaw. It has been very nice to have a little talk. She looks at Mary. Mrs. Lee. Very nice. She looks at Mary. Mrs. Shaw. It was very good of you to come to see us. Please stay a little longer. Mary. Oh, must you stay? Can't you go? This play was written by G.C. Thornley. Let us discuss. Exercise 1. Rectify the false statements given below from scene 2 of the play. An example has been done for you. Share your answers with your classmates and the teacher. Statement 1. Mrs. Harding states that they do not like London as it is not the same as Lanfield. Rectification. Mrs. Harding states that they like Lanfield very much even though it is not the same as London. Statement 2. Mrs. Harding was pleased to know that Mary was familiar with her children. Statement 3. Mrs. Shaw shared that she liked Mrs. Best as she read a lot of newspapers. Statement 4. Mrs. Harding and Mrs. Shaw agree that wearing a blue dress with a red coat is unfashionable. Statement 5. Mary shares that she finds the dog outside the window cute. Page number 78. Let us think and reflect. Exercise 1. Read the extracts given below and answer the questions that follow. Mary, what are you going to talk about? Mrs. Shaw, I don't know. All kinds of things. One day, you'll have to go to some of these houses yourself and talk to the people there. Mary, I can talk now. I've been able to talk for a long time. Mrs. Shaw, yes, that's true. You always talk too much. But does anyone want to hear the things that you say? Mary, I can talk very well when I like. I'll stay with you today and talk to them when they come. Mrs. Shaw, oh, I don't think so. You can go out for a walk. It'll be better if you do that. Question 1. What does Mrs. Shaw imply when she says, one day you'll have to go to some of these houses yourself and talk to the people there? Option A. She believes Mary should start learning about hosting guests then. Option B. She thinks Mary is ready to visit these houses independently. Option C. She wants Mary to develop social skills for the future. Option D. She hopes Mary will avoid these social interactions entirely. Now choose the right option. Question 2. Complete the following sentence with the correct option from the brackets. Mrs. Shaw and Mary are discussing how to dash. The options given in the brackets are have a polite conversation / get to know people better. Question 3. Why did Mary insist on staying with her mother when the guests arrived? Question 4. Match the following character traits to the characters in the extract. The traits are A. Eager, B. Inexperienced, C. Cautious. And the characters are Mary and Mrs. Shaw. Page number 79. Extract 2. I saw Mrs. Cotter this afternoon. I met her in the street. No one sees her in the morning because she always stays in bed then, and she's always asking the doctor to go to see her. I can't understand women who stay in bed in the morning. And why must she always ask for the doctor? I have never been to a doctor in my life. Mrs. Harding, I stay in bed in the morning myself. Question 1. Complete the following sentence suitably. Mary could spot Mrs. Cotter in the street because dash. Question 2. What does Mary's comment about Mrs. Cotter staying in bed and calling the doctor suggest about her understanding? Option A. She is worried about Mrs. Cotter stay in bed all morning. Option B. She is unable to understand why people need medical help. Option C. She thinks Mrs. Cotter is scared and lonely for staying in bed. And option D. She believes Mrs. Cotter is right to take rest and take care of herself. Question 3. How can we say that Mary enjoyed good health? Question 4. Identify whether the following statement is true or false. Mary might have unintentionally offended Mrs. Harding. Exercise 2. Answer the following questions. Question 1. What does Mary's comment about Mr. Best's routine and profession reveal about her viewpoint on bankers and their way of life? Question 2. What can we infer about Mary's understanding of polite conversation based on her interactions with the guests? Question 3. What do you think the repeated stage direction, no one speaks, indicates about the atmosphere in the room when Mary speaks? Question 4. How does Mary's attitude towards the guests change throughout the play? Question 5. What do Mrs. Harding's and Mrs. Lee's responses to Mary's blunders during their visit reveal about their characters? Question 6. In what way does the play show the importance of knowing how to engage in polite conversation? Page 80. Let us learn. Exercise 1. Study the following words taken from the text. The words are humorous, hilariously, coming, beautiful. The given words are made by adding word endings like OUS, LY, ING, and FUL to the root words humor, hilarious, come, and beauty. Such word endings are called suffixes. Like humor plus OUS, humorous, hilarious plus LY, hilariously, come plus ING, coming, beauty plus FUL, beautiful. You must note the spelling variant when the word ends in E as in come and Y as in beauty. Now, divide the following words from the text as root words and suffixes. Check your answer with the teacher. The words are gladly, banker, guidance, quietly, walking. Study the words in column 1, match the suffixes in column 2 with their meanings or purpose in column 3. Write a few examples for each in column 4. Share your answers with the teacher. Column 1. The words are biology, tolerance, stopped, backward, courageous, quietly, toughest, tomatoes. The suffixes provided in column 2 are LOGY, ANCE, ED, WARD, OUS, LY, EST, ES. The meaning and the purpose provided in column 3 are A. Change to adverb, B. Change to plural, C. A study of, D. Change to superlative, E. Change to past tense, F. Change to a noun, G. In a certain direction, H. Change to adjective. In column 4, you have to provide the words. The first is given to you, which is sociology. Page 81. Exercise 2. Fill in the blanks using words given in the brackets by adding suitable suffixes. To communicate, dash, the word given in the bracket is effective. Choose your words and topics, dash, the word given in the bracket is wise, full stop. Avoid, dash, the word given in the bracket is discuss. Things you don't know much about or that could upset someone, full stop. Remember to be, dash, the word given in the bracket is respect. Towards others, including yourself, and express your, dash, the word given in the bracket is appreciate, full stop. Finally, always be, dash, the word given in the bracket is response, by replying promptly to communicate. Exercise 2. Read the highlighted words in the following sentences from the text. The first sentence is, but does anyone want to hear the things that you say? The word highlighted in this question is say. The second sentence is, I can't tell you everything. The word highlighted in the second sentence is tell. Select the correct answer. Is there a difference in the meanings of say and tell? Give your answer in yes or no. Say focuses on the message and does not always require a listener. Tell focuses on who receives the message and always needs a listener. Fill in the blanks with suitable words from the sets of words given in the box below. Make changes in the verb forms, which is the tense, if necessary. Now, the first set of words is fetch and bring. Fetch means go somewhere to get something and bring it back. Bring means take something with you to the place you're going. See and look. See means something that we view, whether or not we pay attention. Look means focus your eyes in a certain direction by paying attention. Live and stay. Live means permanent place of residence. Stay means temporary presence in a location as a guest or visitor. Study and learn. Study means spend time learning something as part of formal education. Learn means gain knowledge or skill through study or experience. The next set of words is speak and talk. Speak means express thoughts or ideas aloud, often in formal situations. Talk means engage in informal conversation with someone. The last set of words is hear and listen. Hear means perceive sounds unintentionally through the ears. Listen means pay attention to sounds of speech intentionally. Page number 82. Question 1. I dash at the photo, but I didn't dash anyone familiar. Question 2. I would better go and dash my mother from the station and then dash her home. Question 3. I need to dash for my mathematics exam this weekend, so I hope to dash new concepts along the way. Question 4. I can dash the music from my neighbor's house, but I need to dash to it carefully to understand the lyrics. Question 5. Could I dash to Mrs. Kalpana, who's going to dash to us about gardening? Said Ritu. Question 6. I dash in a small town, but I often dash with my relatives in the city. Exercise 3. Read the following sentences from the text and underline the verbs. They lived in London before. I met her in a shop and asked her to come. As you know, the verbs you have underlined are in simple past tense, actions that happened in the past or distant past. Read the following sentence from the text and underline the verb. She has been staying with them for a while. The verb you have underlined is in present perfect continuous tense. We use present perfect continuous to indicate the duration of an action that started in the past and continues up to the present moment. The structure of present perfect continuous tense is has/have plus been plus verb plus ing. Mrs. Shaw has been preparing the room since the morning for Mrs. Harding and Mrs. Lee's visit. The words that have been highlighted in this sentence are has been preparing. An action that was going on in the recent past with its results evident now. The focus is on the ongoing activity rather than its completion. Let's take a look at some examples. Mrs. Shaw has been cleaning the room since the morning. The room looks spotless now. The words highlighted in this sentence are has been cleaning. The next sentence is the students have been practicing a play about the story. They are rehearsed and ready. The words highlighted in the sentence are have been practicing. Page number 83, question 1. Fill in the blanks using the verbs given in brackets in present continuous or present perfect continuous tense. The students dash, the word given in the bracket is organize, a play, and setting up the stage. They dash, the word in the bracket is prepare, for weeks to make everything perfect. The performers dash, the word in the bracket is rehearse, every day, and their excitement dash, the word in the bracket is grow. The sound in charge dash, the word in the bracket is test. The microphones to check the sound quality. Everyone dash, the word in the bracket is work, hard, and now the place dash, the word in the bracket is buzz, with energy and excitement. Exercise 4. Read the explanation about the kinds of sentences given in the table below. Now in this table there are 4 columns. The headings of the 4 columns are kinds of sentences, function, punctuation, examples from the text. I'll read all of them one by one. Kinds of sentences. Declarative sentences. Their function is to state or convey information. The punctuation used is it ends with a full stop. Examples from the text are there's always something to say. Kinds of sentences. Interrogative sentences. To ask questions. End with a question mark. Their example is what shall I do when they want to go? Exclamatory sentences. They express strong feelings or emotions. They end with an exclamatory mark. The example is what beautiful children you have, Mrs. Harding. Imperative sentences. Their function is to give order, command, or request. They end with a full stop. The example from the text is put that coat away in your bedroom. Question 1. Identify the kinds of sentences and punctuate them appropriately. Sentence 1. The meeting starts at 10 a.m. in the conference room. Sentence 2. What an exciting adventure it was. Sentence 3. How did you solve the problem so quickly? Sentence 4. What is the weather forecast today? Sentence 5. How beautiful is the rainbow? Sentence 6. Clean up your room before dinner. Sentence 7. The children are planning a surprise party for their mom. Sentence 8. Turn off the music. Page number 84. Let us listen. Exercise 1. Mrs. Shaw wanted Mary to learn to say the right thing. You will listen to a conversation between a mother and her son about basic manners. As you listen, fill in the blanks given below by selecting the correct option. Transcript for the teacher on page 89. Question 1. How did the son behave in the grocery queue? Strangely, impatiently, politely. Question 2. The mother finally refers to her son as a dash. The options are polite young man, responsible son, grateful person. Exercise 2. You will once again listen to the conversation. As you listen, select 4 true statements from 1 to 7 given below. The first statement is, the mother uses the grocery store incident as an opportunity to teach her son about patience and fairness. Statement 2. The son recognizes the value of apologizing and understands that it shows he notices others. Statement 3. The son is gradually learning the importance of polite words and actions from his mother's guidance. Statement 4. The mother discourages her son from speaking softly in public, suggesting that people should adjust to his voice level. Statement 5. The son feels that covering his mouth when coughing is only important when he is at home. Statement 6. The son receives all advice readily while understanding its importance. Statement 7. The mother uses praise to support the polite behaviors she wants her son to continue practicing. Let us speak. As you know, intonation is the rise and fall of the pitch of tone while speaking. Let us learn about sentence stress. Sentence stress is laying emphasis on certain words in a sentence. The emphasis on particular words helps to convey the meaning and importance of the sentence. Page number 85. Content words like book, run, beautiful, quickly, etc. are mostly stressed instead of function words like she, in, is, etc. in a sentence. Exercise 1. Speak the given declarative sentence aloud. I saw Mrs. Cotter this afternoon. Use falling intonation towards end of the sentence as declarative sentences usually have falling intonation. Stress the words Mrs. Cotter. Remember, stress does not mean to say the word louder than others. It means to say a word with more emphasis than others. Exercise 2. Speak the following declarative sentences with falling intonation and stress the highlighted words. The room looks cleaner now. You always talk too much. You leave your clothes all over the house. Exercise 3. Work in pairs and speak the following sentences 1 to 5 aloud as Mary. Apply stress and falling intonation. Match each of the sentences to the meaning they convey in 1 to 5. Sentences are 1. I didn't hurt anyone today. 2. I didn't hurt anyone today. 3. I didn't hurt anyone today. 4. I didn't hurt anyone today. 5. I didn't hurt anyone today. Meanings conveyed are 1. I might have done other things but did not hurt anyone. 2. I might cause hurt usually but not anyone on this day. 3. The action of hurting anyone did not occur. 4. I, specifically, did not hurt anyone, possibly implying someone else might have. 5. I may have spoken a lot many things, but not a single person was hurt. Page number 86. Exercise 4. Now, speak the given declarative sentence with rising intonation towards the end of sentence and stress the highlighted words. I saw Mrs. Cotter this afternoon. The rising intonation makes it sound like a question. It asks whether I was the person who actually saw Mrs. Cotter. Did I see Mrs. Cotter this afternoon? Remember, the way we use stress and intonation in a sentence can change the meaning of what we wish to say if we are not careful. Let us write. Rewrite the play, Say the Right Thing as a short story, focusing on Mary's interactions with her mother and the guests. Ensure the story captures the main events, character emotions, and humorous moments effectively. Use paragraphs to organize your story and include descriptive language to bring the characters and events to life. You may refer to the following hints. Begin with an introduction. Describe Mary and Mrs. Shaw, their relationship and the setting of the story. Explain Mrs. Shaw's instructions to Mary before the guests arrive and Mary's confidence in handling the situation. Narrate the events when Mrs. Harding and Mrs. Lee visit, highlighting Mary's remarks and the guests' reactions. Include key moments of humor and awkwardness to maintain the tone of the play. Conclude by commenting on how the visit ended and Mary's impact on the situation. Let us explore. Exercise 1. Work in groups. Enact your favorite part of the play. Points to remember. Allot a specific role to each member in the group. For example, director, narrator, and characters. Page 87. Include the actions and expressions as indicated in brackets in the play. Exercise 2. Find out how people greet guests who visit their homes in different languages. Share it with your classmates and the teacher. On the right-hand side of this page, the poster of G20 is given. It says, Bharat, 2023, India. Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. One Earth, one family, one future. Exercise 3. Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam is a Sanskrit phrase which means the world is one family. Vasudha means earth. Ev translates to is thus, and Kutumbakam means family. The phrase originates from ancient Indian texts like the Maha Upanishad and the Hitopadesha. This saying highlights the interconnectedness of all people, suggesting that humanity is part of a single global family. It encourages unity, cooperation, and treating others with kindness and empathy, regardless of differences in nationality, race, or religion. The message is often used to promote global peace and mutual understanding among diverse cultures and nations. Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam was chosen as the theme for the G20 summit, which captured the essence of global unity, common bonds, and shared aspirations for a better future. Page number 88. Transcripts. Animals, Birds, and Dr. Dolittle. Let us listen. Refer to page 55. You will listen to an announcement. As you listen, state whether the following statement is true or false. Greetings and attention, everyone. We are excited to announce the opening of Dr. John Dolittle's new clinic in the town of Woodstock. The clinic is located at 12 Rose Lane. It will be open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Special timings for birds are on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Dr. Dolittle is renowned for his ability to communicate with animals and shall ensure that they receive the best care possible. All animals are welcome, from horses and cows to pets and wild animals. For the best veterinary care, visit Dr. John Dolittle's new clinic in Woodstock. Thank you. You will listen to the announcement again. As you listen, complete the details given below with one or two exact words you hear. A funny man. Let us listen. Refer to page 65. You will listen to a girl narrate a personal incident. As you listen, select the picture related to the narration. Hello. This is quite a funny incident. One day, I was so preoccupied with preparing for my presentation. After a long day of studying at a friend's place, I finally came home, exhausted. I removed my shoes at the door and headed straight to the kitchen for some lunch. Page 89. I served myself dal chawal and ate it, still thinking about all the topics I needed to cover. Once I finished my lunch, I got up to put my shoes away in my room and placed my plate in the kitchen. However, being so preoccupied, I ended up doing the opposite. I walked to my room with the plate in my hand and left it on my desk. Then I took my shoes and placed them in the kitchen. As I stood there, confused, I realized what I had done. I couldn't help but laugh at myself. I shook my head, recovered my shoes from the kitchen, and kept the plate in the kitchen. You will once again listen to the girl narrate a personal incident. As you listen, arrange the events in order of occurrence.
Poorvi, you were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of English for Grade 7. Narration, Neha Beniwal. Sound recordist, Virendra Rawat. Production assistant, Chetna Sharma. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.